It was all joy in the central region when lithium was discovered within Infantiman municipality and the Abra Asebu Kwamankesi district. To the people and chiefs, this was the beginning of jobs, progress and transformation.
This thing is going to benefit us and is going to provide us a lot of jobs.
But 2 years on, that joy has turned into deep frustration. The delay in ratifying Ghana's first lithium mining project has frozen all activities in Ewoyaa. No building, no farming, no development, just waiting. Under this tree in Ewoyaa, young men gather daily. It is their usual sport, once for laughter and plans, now for venting their frustration. All they can talk about is the moratorium and how it has frozen their plans. Among them is Richard Mensah, a father of 4, and Kwabena, a farmer. Both men are struggling to understand how a promise of development has left them with nothing. Richard leads us through overgrown weeds to what was meant to be his family home. Now, just a pile of weakening cement blocks. He points to the red marking sprayed across the block, the official sign of a freeze on all development. He says he and his uncle bought 4 acres to build and farm on, but all that has come to a standstill. Like many in Ewoyaa, he once worked with Atlantic Lithium, the company that discovered the precious mineral. But when the project stalled, so did his job.
They issue a moratorium on the land. From that day, you can't farm, you can't build, you can't undertake any economic activity. So the mine takes stock of every property from the date of the moratorium. So if you go and do something new after that date, it's classified as spurious or speculative. That is, you are deliberately doing it so that you qualify for compensation.
Richard's frustration is shared by hundreds of residents, all trapped between uncertainty and survival. Not far from Richard's land lives Kwabena, a farmer and a hunter. His story mirrors Richard's.
But me started say me do phone na lithium phone e be ka say ye nja edwuma na ye no. They say ye koso ye edwuma na omo mines na ombe ye no e be ha ye no just because omo betu ye free ha. The right thing na o say ye mom because omo ba sha say no omo ye be ha omo ye be nya nice conversation. Ntini accept omo decision bi omo me bia.
He had planted plantain before the moratorium, and even that can no longer continue. Like many, he too lost his job when the company reduced operations following the delay in parliamentary ratification.
For 2 years in na me one na me do e no ada ho. Na say me can now talk about compensation. Sa 2 years no say me do anka ma do 4 posts na aka me ye me one no me na be 5 posts. O zi ada abo me say anka every 6 months bia me dua bo de na emu ba bie ke fu na kese anka zi say me we be high critics anka me nyanka say me nya be 3 posts na aka ho. Anka ye bo de nko. Zi say me ntumi nya adwuma no.
2 years deprivation from undertaking any economic activity. No farming, no building, no project. Everything is no. So we even had to come in to go and negotiate that, fine. Let them do these petty food crops like maize, like people were going to starve.
In October 2023, government granted Atlantic Lithium a 15-year mining lease for the Ewoyaa Lithium Project. But before operations could begin, Parliament's ratification was required. 2 years on, that ratification is still pending.
Here we are fully ratification, and lithium for because ye hunde. So ratify the lithium for now. Wababua Ewoyaa mine, and yes, abain there. Omomadiara na ombre lithium from, and I hear we are mine, yes, rabem. No one then one ratify, I don't know, one for more, yes, rabbi.
During this delay, a moratorium was imposed, freezing all building and farming within the mining concession. It has left residents like Richard and Kwabena stranded, compensations unpaid, and resettlement plans stalled.
But no company will invest into such a venture when the government itself is not helping by way of what? Giving ratification to it. So when I told them, they understood it. And they saw that it is not the fault of the company.
At the time the lease was signed, the global price for lithium was about $3,000 per ton. Today, it has fallen sharply to around $850 per ton, raising concerns about the project's economic viability. In the lead-up to the 2024 elections, President John Dramani Mahama, speaking at a meeting with the Central Regional House of Chiefs, stressed the urgency of ratifying the Ewoyaa Lithium Project before it risks becoming a stranded asset.
Right now, lithium is the favored choice for batteries for electric vehicles. But if we don't mine it quickly, otherwise, if time passes by, we have what we call stranded assets. You have an asset, but it's stranded. There's no longer any need for it. And so I think that is something, this is a national cause. If that revenue comes, it's going to come to help the whole nation.
With the collapse in the world market price of lithium, there is now consensus. The initial terms of the lease would have to be revised to keep the project viable. In July this year, the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, Emmanuel Kofi-Boah, told Parliament he has received Cabinet approval to submit revised terms to Parliament for ratification.
The Ministry has notified Cabinet of the company's request, and Cabinet has granted me the approval to present new terms to be considered in a new memo with revised proposal for the consideration of Cabinet and to Parliament thereafter to save the project.
We will not forgive them if they defer it again.
2 years of silence, 2 years of waiting. The people of Ewoyaa and the 7 other host communities wait for Parliament's decision, believing it could turn their stalled dreams into reality. Whether the promise of lithium brings prosperity or becomes just another lost dream depends on one thing: action. Emmanuel Jivenu, Joy News, Ewoyaa, Central Region.